of a bitch. Alright. Hey pimps, welcome back to the Mid-Map Podcast. As always, I'm your host, AJ, with my good friends Dylan and Mike. We're going to go deep, dog. If you want to follow us on all of our social medias, you can find us on Twitter at Mid-Map Podcast. Be one of our first patrons on Patreon at www.patreon.com/midmappod. Email us at midmappod@gmail.com. Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes and tell me that I'm a commie Jew shill. I don't care. Let me know what you think. Give us a like on SoundCloud. Comment on our YouTube videos and tell us that we look like the fat lesbian girl that you went to high school with. You know, just let us know you're watching our videos and are listening to our podcast. Mm-hmm. Is there anything you guys want to plug?
I fucked that girl from high school.
All right.
You know who you are. I know who you are.
Yeah, I think we all know
Two
who we are.
of the people sitting at this table have fucked her.
Whoa.
He's not lying.
We'll leave it at that. So we've been gone.
Scandals going around.
We've been gone for
Conspiracy theories or something.
We've been gone for about a week and a half because we all went on vacations. How was everyone's vacation?
It's pretty badass.
It's pretty badass, you know, except for the part where we fucking got lost on the boat. I don't know what these dinguses were thinking, but it really bummed me out that day.
Yeah.
It was okay. I then took a later vacation right after to go see my dad, and it turned out great.
Mike, you went to a festival. You want to tell us about that?
I went to Rock USA. It was pretty good. It rained a lot though. It was kind of sucky. But
were there a
the
lot of
music was
girls
good.
in white shirts though?
Not as many as I hoped for.
Not on the rainy days, at
Man,
least.
you're right.
I went to Estes Park, Colorado for a family reunion. We had our 15-year whole family get together from Ireland, England, Scotland, UK, Canada, all this other shit. You know, all the countries that don't matter that aren't America.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a pretty good trip. We had fun.
What about the weed though? What about the weed?
So my
was
family reunion was in Estes Park, Colorado, which is the only town in Colorado that I know of that still has the sale of marijuana outlawed. You know,
What?
I was really, really, really
That's
deeply
weird.
hurt and upset by it.
That's why your family reunion was there.
And the closest town that sold weed was 20 miles away. It was 20 miles in mountain roads, which is like an hour and a half trip. And so while I'm there with my family that I haven't seen in a long time, I'm like, oh, well, you know, like there's a lot more important things I could do in an hour and a half than get high.
Yeah.
I think,
And we don't condone smoking marijuana.
we don't, but I think that's bullshit. That hour and a half drive through the mountains would be so awesome, you know.
Serene even, you know? It's beautiful.
Just be beautiful.
Have you ever
Just
seen
go
how
on
big a
trip.
moose is? Can you imagine hitting a moose in a Chevy Cruze?
Oh my god.
That would be the fucking worst case.
But if you take out that moose, do you know how much meat you could feed your family with?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't take out the moose, and the moose's fucking stomach would take out my head because that car sits low like a Camaro. Dude. Brother, I tell you what, that car sits like a Camaro, and it rides like a fucking, I don't know, a fucking Dodge Neon.
There you go.
Fucking elephant.
Literally sits like a fucking, like, when you sit in it, you feel like you're in a Camaro, and then you hit the gas button, gas pedal, and you feel like you're fucking driving a fucking Cavalier.
Oh, yeah, that 4-cylinder, man.
Yeah, that
Get
fucking
you
the 4-banger will get you places cheap, but it won't fucking get you there very quick.
Hell no, bro.
Dude, I love it though. Four cylinders, way to go. It's better for the economy, bro.
Economy or environment, anything, I guess.
Fucking mold, man.
Everything, dude. We need it all. We need all of it. So we're gonna die soon. Maybe not us. Probably us. But a lot of other people, you know, when our planet blows up.
So what's this episode on today?
This episode, we're going to talk about Donald Trump meeting with Vladimir Putin, or as I like to call him, Daddy. Just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke because I call myself a gay Jew, commie shill. But
Damn.
He did. I don't know if you'll see that.
fuck. But yeah, they're meeting in what was it, Helsinki?
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Overall, what you saw about it? What's your base opinion over the whole fucking idea of the meeting?
There's some shady shit.
You think so?
There's some information not being put out unless there's been stuff I haven't seen.
If
I get
really,
it's a
if you're
delicate
really talking to
situation.
somebody one on one, he did that one on one with them or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the better way to go.
I think it is too.
Because
really
if
do.
you've got all these cameras all on you and everything like that, you're not going to be really speaking about what you want. You're going to be speaking for the cameras.
Mm-hmm. And then I think it's good too because like I think they both like each other.
Yeah.
At least.
Dude, I'm super fucking stoked about the fact that they at least appear to like each other.
Of course they like each other. They're like boyfriend and girlfriend. I swear to God, you see all the just the little list of the things that they've like commented. Their guys like, hey, I want you to put this online. Make sure he sees it. I think he did an A. He got an A for effort. Like just all that type of shit. Like
I thought the funniest thing was how many soccer innuendos they used because of the fucking World Cup. Did you read that? Like I read the whole transcript.
Yeah.
Like all the soccer innuendos they used. Like it's like Vladimir Putin put on the best so far World Cup in Russia, but hopefully in 14 years America can do just as good a job. And then he's like talking like all this like fucking dumb shit.
Oh.
And
then he got that soccer ball or whatever, right?
Yeah, and he gave it to Barron as a gift.
Well, that soccer ball, they got it's like the new one or whatever they got. It's got
the World Cup one.
Yeah, and it's got like microchips in it and shit like that. So there's a big old speculation about how fucking there's like they're trying to spot
the fucking
whatever
soccer ball.
Yeah. What was about that? I didn't even see that.
It wasn't even at the end. It was like in the middle because they were like fucking talking about the World Cup so much. Like they were like, Trump was like, if Vladimir Putin runs his country like he runs the World Cup, he runs a tight ship. And he's like, because like the U.S. and Russia worked on like a cyber attack proof system for the World Cup.
Yep.
And it went without it worked perfectly. Like there were no like bomb threats or anything like that.
Yeah, like they were saying, that's
like it was like one of the most secured things that's ever happened since like the Olympics.
And if you go to a game, you see a bunch of fucking Russians standing there with guns and shit, or just like patrolling, like they're gonna fuck you up. All those people, no one's throwing a fight, no one's streaming.
For someone who's never met a Russian, let me tell you, there's no holds barred, no nonsense. Like it's fucking it.
They boil all their food. They got nothing.
I used to date a Russian girl. And one morning I asked her how she was doing. She said she woke up and she was warm with a blanket. And I was like, that's not an answer to the question I just fucking asked you. But apparently it is when you're fucking eating potatoes and onions every day of your life. But
boiled potatoes and onions.
Well, yeah, that's the best way to get all the nutrients out of it before you eat it.
I mean, I guess. They boil everything, like boil bacon, boil all their foods, dude.
Glad I didn't marry that hoe.
Well,
yeah, it almost happened, everyone. But so this meeting, then, like, we think it was a good idea for them to.
Oh, I think it's a great thing.
But like for them to be in a closed space and be able to do that, but I mean, what they've talked about with what information hasn't been released and how long it's taken information like that to usually get out, I don't know if that's credible. Like if that actually. Because they were saying it's going on like 7 days. If there was a big important meeting like that, like they were saying it comes out sooner. So what I'm thinking, like, how do they go in and come out and they aren't giving any good news or bad news? Like it just
because
from what I've seen, it's not.
I think that they gave a lot of good news. Yeah. Like not
what
necessarily.
Did they talk about?
They talked about the Russia-U.S. relations.
Yeah.
Which I mean, honestly, for the two countries that hold over 90% of the fucking world's nuclear weapons.
Mm-hmm.
If you think it's a bad idea to be on good relations with that country, maybe they hold fucking 45%, 46%. We hold 4%.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're fucked. I don't know if you guys know this, but I remember seeing this on a documentary. Is Russia has a national Geiger counter kind of thing, where if if there's a nuclear spike, their warheads will go off on a dead man switch. And if you don't want to be on good terms with that fucking country that has that, I'm sorry, you are a fucking retard. Like, you are so far down on the fucking totem pole in the amount that I can respect you if you don't think that we should be on good relations with the second most powerful country in the world. Like, it's just fucking dumb. And I think it's so stupid how everyone wants to make Russia the boogeyman, where in 2014, Putin did a press conference with the Associated Press, like basically not CNN, like literally from our country, held a meeting saying, look, your country is telling you fucking bullshit. Like, they're making up lies to make us be the boogeyman. It's fucking dumb. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I don't think that there should be a reason. Okay, so the United States is the world's combat against communism. Russia's not a communist country.
Yeah.
I mean, Putin's done some shady shit with his fucking his competition, but he's not a fucking communist. You know?
I mean, I completely agree. You need to be on the big kid side. You need to be on the same kid side. You know,
it's the big picture side is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, what, Putin's gonna be out in fucking 4 years? So is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Or I guess Trump has potential of 6 years left.
I think Donald Trump's gonna get reelected again. I'm gonna put that right now.
Well, I think he is too. I mean, unless
some of the big don't have to 4, 10, 20 million.
4, 10, 20. What's on 4, 10, 20?
That's Donald Trump's initials.
You put
it in the alphabet.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit, son. Oh, I told you we were getting deep, dog. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But literally, like, I have some quotes written down, and like one of the quotes that I thought was the best from Putin was, "The Cold War is a thing of the past." Like, him and Trump, like, are.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
Like,
they got a lot of, like, you know, especially on this, like, whole Syria, Israel kind of thing. They got a whole bunch. It's cool that they agree upon a lot of the same things.
Well,
and they agree to disagree upon the same things too. It's not like they're trying to fuck one each other over.
Yeah, and one of the things that they said was that they're going to be in competition with each other, but they wanted to be a gentleman's competition between, like, country size gentleman's competition, like over the gas pipelines, because apparently I think it's bullshit, but they both claim that we are the two biggest gas pipelining countries in the world, which, I mean, if you think about Saudi Arabia, that's kind of fucking a retarded thing to claim. But
I mean, we're up there though.
Yeah, we're up there, but that's just because we go to war for other countries that have gas pipelines.
They don't really have the pipelines though. They just have the crude material.
Yeah.
They don't have we get the pipelines so they can ship it to us.
Well, that's one of the things with, like, Russia and China right now is Russia wants to run a pipeline through the Middle East. And China wants to build a one-way road from China down to India, and it's just like a bunch of, like, weird shit going, like geopolitical shit going on.
Yeah, that's nutty.
But Trump not Trump, but Putin literally said, like, him and Trump agreed to work together in the disarmament agenda in the military, including, like, nuclear weapons. Like, they both are like, all right, well, our nuclear weapons are so advanced that it's just fucking catastrophic to the planet. Like, and they think that together we could, like, secure, like, the fucking disarmament.
Yeah.
Which is,
of course, you got two of the biggest, powerhouses. I mean, but then they could push their own little agenda that they got going on.
Well, I think about it this way: the two biggest fucking military ops in the world are in your fucking Call of Duty games that you're playing in your living room. What are they? It's the Spetsnaz and the SEALs. Like, literally, like, every, like, Call of Duty is Spetsnaz for SEALs.
Yeah, but you got these two big militaries. They can push whatever they want then.
But do you think that might be trying to indoctrinate the people, the masses of America against the Russians is that in every fucking video game we're fighting Russians.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking
Isn't
crazy.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Either
like,
the Russians or the Germans.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's like old school.
I mean, but like even if you look at it though, you know. Or
I mean, look at the
like,
last.
why's it got to be everybody who's different? Than us?
What I'm saying is look at the last like 3 Modern Warfares that came out. Who's the bad guys?
Oh, yeah. The Russians.
The Russians. Who's the good guys?
The fucking
Americans.
Yeah. Russians coming in on us. Dude, but like you talk about like what they want with our country to push our agenda. Like, I mean, they kind of have came in our country and been pushing our agenda.
I mean. Our agenda or their agenda?
Well, their agenda.
Well, I mean,
partly ours.
It's everyone's fucking agenda.
But who's pulling the strings and who's doing what? You know.
I mean, you have.
And what different forces do you have at play here?
You have the fucking whole thing with the hackers. You know, the hackers that went in and came into our country to try and expose Hillary Clinton.
Talking about the 12 hackers that got indicted.
Yeah. So these hackers,
I honestly think that's all bullshit because
you think it's bull?
Well, they got indicted and they're not even in the fucking country, man. Like I mean, yeah, it'd be the smart play to fucking if you do a crime like that, which I don't even think it's that much of a crime because it's proven that the DNC had software that made the polling booths accessible outside of the outside like. You could cast your vote and it wouldn't render your vote until like a certain time. And there were like 5 states that had this software installed on their voting polls.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so I mean, you want to blame Russian hackers? Blame fucking American hackers
for doing it too.
I mean, have you ever looked at the picture of the fucking map?
It's like, listen, it's not just Russian hackers. It's hackers on the globe. You know, it's like. It's one power fucking pushing their.
I mean, there's a lot of people in it, you know, in the agenda of trying to do whatever they can to push votes one way. You know, there's a lot of people that get in trouble for it.
I also think it's really hypocritical for us to like blame someone else for interfering in the democratic process in a country because look what Obama fucking did to Libya. Where Libya is the slave capital of the world now, after we fucking executed Muammar Gaddafi.
Yep.
It's
for
literally
his gold too. It's for his fucking gold.
And you can watch on YouTube live slave markets. It's literally live on YouTube. It's fucking insane. You can watch people get sold into slavery.
I don't think I want to watch that video, Tom. I'll have nightmares.
Alright, Bob.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know, what they did, but...
Do you see all, like, the compliments that Putin was giving Trump, though? Like, Putin said some along the lines of, like, he thought it was super fucking great that we reached a diplomatic solution to the North Korea crisis instead of advancing on them. Because everyone knows that we could fucking shove Kim Jong-un's dick up his own ass without unattaching it. Like it's insane. Like there's so much bullshit that goes on. Like people hate Trump for all the wrong reasons. There's a lot of reasons to hate Trump, but people hate him for all the wrong fucking reasons, and it annoys the fucking shit out of
They don't know the fucking real reason. They don't know the truth of what's going on behind the scenes.
Well, and a lot of things that going on behind the scenes are great. Like I saw this thing the other day that was like a theory that he will stir up shit so that he can pass something without people like noticing it.
Freaking
out. Isn't that what they've been doing isn't that what they've been doing like this whole time? Like they'll fucking have like, oh yeah, another school shooting, but then they'll fucking pass, this law over here,
That's a whole different like, that's like false flag shit. But he'll like tweet something and then go to work with his.
I see what you mean.
Go to work with his grandma. So that's like false flag shit. And I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen anything that like under his administration that I would consider to be a false flag.
No, I guess.
I mean,
not underneath them.
I mean, we might soon in the future, just deep state shit, because of all this like fucking shit that's coming up. Like, I know we weren't going to talk about it, but like all this pedo gate shit.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be seeing some false flags. That's another episode, but I'm scared and I hate it, but I think we're gonna be seeing some false flags over that. Just think about like all the fucking bullshit false flags that we've had in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna get bigger.
It's gonna be way bad.
Way worse.
And
or better, whichever way you see it.
I think one of the best things is that fucking Putin brought this up. Trump didn't even. That he wants to have Russian businessmen and American businessmen, and eventually open it up to worldwide businessmen, and try to establish a global free market, which isn't like not globalist, but a global like tariff-free fucking. Could you imagine okay, it's gonna bring manufacturing jobs back from China and Mexico. Mm-hmm. It's gonna bring it's all quality over quantity product, which is gonna be fucking awesome.
Because everything now
did you know it's cheaper for you to buy a Jetta than it is for you to buy a fucking Ford?
You know, it's cheaper to fucking it's cheaper to fucking get rid of the penny than it is to make it. It costs more money to make the penny than it does to keep it around. Than it costs.
I believe it.
Didn't they tell us like fucking 15 years ago they were gonna get rid of the penny and just do it based off increments of 5?
Yeah,
I swear to God, I think I remember hearing that in like fucking 4th grade or something.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking.
Yeah, it was fucking. That gets rid of the 99-cent store, dude. I tell you what, dude. Them people need jobs too.
What are the people on the commercials? You know, you can get this too, $29.99, dude. You can't say that anymore.
$29.95, dude.
Actually, that still sounds just as good. That sounds just as good.
Okay. Oh man.
$29.99. You can have it too. So, Putin did say that he did want Donald Trump to win the election, but I mean
that's because it's because Donald Trump was saying the whole time when he was running for election that he wanted to have better relations with Russia.
Yeah.
Why would you not want that?
No, exactly.
So
that's what we've been talking about.
Not say that you wanted that.
Yeah, we've been saying that like whole spiel for 10. Like we've been explaining why would you not want better relations?
Exactly.
And I mean, obviously, because fuck Hillary Clinton too. Because she wanted to engage in war with Russia over the no-fly zone in Syria, which was literally something she campaigned on.
Yep.
Which is fucking retarded. Like,
fucking Donald Trump wants to get out of Syria too, though. And fucking Putin kind of wants to stay in Syria.
Well, the thing is, that's one of the places where his gas pipeline is gonna try to go through.
Yeah,
is Syria, and he can't do that when there's fucking jihadists fucking in power.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think anyone wants Assad in power. We don't.
No. No. Russia wants Assad in power.
Do they?
Yeah.
They want Assad in power?
Yeah.
Now, who is Assad?
He's the dictator in Syria.
Yeah, they back him. Russia backs them, man.
Well, man, I feel like we're gonna get into like the fake sarin gas attacks.
I mean,
if we go into this. Yeah. But did you know that there's some girl that's like threatened to be executed because an AP journalist from Bulgaria that uncovered that the UN was giving ISIS chemical weapons?
I believe it.
Yeah, and that's why okay, so Assad was winning the civil war in Syria.
Is she gonna get killed?
No, she's getting threatened to be executed, not publicly.
Oh,
I don't know why I started saying publicly, but no, yeah, and so her life's on the line. She wrote a story about it, and she was taken to a bunker held by the. It was right after they drove what the fuck is that big city in Syria?
Fuck, I don't know.
Anyway, the major city in Syria where the chemical gases were supposedly going off, and there were UN stamped cases in the ISIS bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
And and it's fucking crazy. And so it's like the UN is funding ISIS and letting off, if there's any chemical weapons that go off there, it's from the ISIS UN bagged fucking people, which Hillary Clinton and Obama personally fucking made ISIS. Which you talked about it the other day when we fucking go and try to do a regime change. and then just fucking pull out, and then it's just a bunch of people like, you killed my dad.
Yeah,
I think it's exactly your goal.
You killed my dad.
You killed my dad, I'm gonna try to fuck your wife or something like that.
Something like that.
And it's fucking crazy. It's like, Assad is winning the civil war. Why is he lighting chemical weapons? And it's
exactly.
That's where the fucking conspiracy comes from. This is fucking why, like, that'd be like George Washington fucking winning the Revolutionary War and then just turning his rifle on his men.
Mm-hmm. And saying it was other people.
And saying I was British all along. Fuck you. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because that'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it didn't happen.
Wait, it did? That part of history.
No, because I woke up in the U.S. of A. today, baby.
Me too. Stars and Stripes.
Oh, fuck. Alright, so, Trump, I have some things that Trump said written down here. And he said, the easiest thing that he could have done was to not have the meeting, but it would not have gotten us anywhere.
No. I mean...
Think of, like, the way, when I read that quote, I think of all, like, the scandalous, backless attacks that have gone against Russia over the last couple of years.
I mean, think about it, though. You miss 100% of the shots you don't make.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky, dude.
Michael Scott.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. You miss 100%.
Yeah, because you never took the shot, so you missed it.
I know that. I just heard it. I just heard him say
it. Michael Scott? It's from an Office thing. You look confused. I was like, what? You still don't get it? Shit, son.
100%.
100%.
Seen it. 100%. It's fucking crazy. They're gonna be like best friends, dude.
I hope so. I mean, would you rather him be best friends with Justin Trudeau, the fucking Playgirl model from Canada, like Barack Obama was when they were fucking butt buddies?
I mean, he does have some good points up there, though.
Who does? Trudeau?
Yeah, but he's just got some weird shit going on.
He's literally
he just got some weird
shit going on. He told a girl, he told, like, literally a transgender girl at a, like, town hall when she asked him, what do you think the future, like, something about mankind is going to be? And he says, excuse me, but we like to use the word people kind.
Yeah, I told you.
He's a fucking weirdo. Dude, did you know that he got fucking Me Too'd?
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, he got Me Too. Like, you know, where, like, all the, like, famous actors and stuff are getting fucking taken down for sexual harassment. Justin Trudeau recently got Me Too'd about something that he did at a music festival in, like, the 90s.
Oh, I thought Me Too was about, like, when you got sexually harassed by yourself. Like,
no.
You say Me Too. Like, yeah.
No, you can't sexually harass yourself because you like it.
You don't like it.
You don't.
I'm saying somebody sexually harassed you, so you're like, oh yeah, this happened.
If I punch myself in the face, I'm not gonna like
it. You don't say shit to yourself in bed when you're masturbating that you don't like. You only say shit that you do like.
I usually don't say anything at all, but maybe I gotta start.
Call yourself a dirty bitch every once in a while.
I'm gonna be so nervous, though. I'm gonna have to write a script for it.
You should. I would.
Dylan, you dirty slut.
I just always say your dick is so big.
Choke me.
This is getting a little off tangent.
That's how we roll, dude. We have our drinks, we have our smokes, and fucking roll with it. But no, I always tell myself you're a dirty girl. I bet you like that. And your dick is so small in your hand.
Damn.
That's good. I got oven mitts for hands, dog. It's not fair. I could palm an NBA basketball when I was in like fucking 9th grade. You know how depressing it was masturbating with hands that size when you can finally actually come?
Yeah, but if that happens, then you just gotta find one of your good buddies with smaller hands to just hold it in the picture. I don't see any other way around
or
it.
You just don't put your hand in the picture.
You want a hand in there. Guys, they want to see a size comparison, girls.
Oh, that's what
girls,
that's what you do. Remote, dude.
I got the dish TV, dog.
A fucking
use that remote up next to it.
Use a fucking roller, but then like bend it down.
Put it back a little bit. one of those floppy rulers, like the ones that you would like slap each other with.
This way and say like 15 inches.
A ruler does not go up to 15 inches.
Tape measure.
I
can't
use that.
15 inches. What are you talking about?
It's called a
Dude,
yardstick.
you go up to 12, bro.
A ruler is based off a foot.
Okay.
Prove me wrong. I hope.
I mean,
anyone that's listening still.
I don't see why that's.
I don't know if I would be, but I would be.
Okay, so another thing that Trump said was that he wants to keep security agencies like the FBI and the CIA in contact with like the KGB because of posing threats of Islamic terrorism.
Oh yeah, and fucking what Putin was saying back to that or whatever. He's talking about how he wants to fucking get his fucking people together too, and make sure that they make like a cyber fucking police kind of thing.
Yeah. They want to hook up with the NSA, I think, is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So they want to, because I don't think the Russian government has like an NSA like we have. I think they just have the KSB and the police. KGB. I think KGB. Yeah, I think it's like the federal police. I think is what it is. So it's basically like the FBI is like the entire police force basically in Russia, because it all got fucked up after it all got fucked up after. Yeah, so basically they have the CIA and the FBI in Russia, and they want to make an NSA.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to.
Like, they want to take notes from, like, they want to get like not information, but they want to like know how to like run it from the NSA, which is
true.
Yeah, which is fucking. I think that's a great. I mean, the more.
It does get at one point to one world picture, but it depends who's running that.
Well, the thing that scares me about one world picture is if they try to like start it now.
It depends who's running it, kind of thing is what it is.
Well, it's not even that.
I mean, right now, yeah. I mean, it's already in the works.
Right.
It's already in the works.
It's in the works now, but it's like right now it's scary because the world isn't on the same page. Like you look at fucking South Africa, which is probably the most advanced African country.
Yep.
Then look at, I don't know, America, Norway, Iceland.
Yeah.
Like it's
how are we supposed to
different worlds.
How are we supposed to even start to go into that? But I mean, the start would just be to just. Well, yeah.
We need to find a way to be able to transport goods easier than what we have.
Drones, bruh.
No, fuck anything that has to do with drones is the worst. Like, is so much potential for fucking malfeasance. Like, drones are. It's literally. Human error is one thing. Like you get the wrong packet, like parcel from Amazon. Yeah. But can you imagine like someone being able to get a hold of a drone before it comes to your fucking house? And
that's true.
Like it's human error compared to mechanical error is fucking way different.
That's
mechanical
true.
error is fucking.
That's not even mechanical error though. That's somebody else coming in and interfering with it.
Yeah,
people can
but
still
not the airport. Mechanical error would be like it blowing up in midair with your package in it. That's mechanical error.
Mechanical error is that there's not the fucking person there with the like a machine doesn't have common sense.
So what if you got like a room of like 100,000? Like 1,000 people.
100,000 people.
Like, all right, that's
what a room size is.
A room of like 500 or 1,000 people sit with a fucking joystick sitting there fucking delivering packages all day long.
Well, yeah, no, but what I'm getting at is, a machine is not going to notice that your package is beeping, but a person, yeah, you know what? That's what I'm saying.
It could be a bomb. You're saying
like human error.
Oh,
like
shit.
that's what I'm getting. Like I'm not saying like that's what's gonna happen, but I'm
saying
it could happen. Like people blowing each other up all the time.
Well, it could happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like mechanical error is, I feel like it's greater than human error. Because
no way.
Because what are you gonna put a human in? Are you gonna put a machine in jail?
Yeah, but how can? But like, what's the machine?
But you can put a human in jail.
Yeah,
you can put a machine in jail.
Exactly, human error is greater than machine error, not the other way around.
Well, it's greater in the fact that there's consequences to it.
Yeah, but also the machine can't do anything without
the machine. Can also save
the
lives.
machine can only do what the human
people are delivering things.
But I'd much rather deal with a human fucking up and going to fucking jail over like if they fucked up and delivered a package that exploded over a drone.
It wouldn't be the person that delivered the package. It'd be the person that fucking sent the package that would go to jail. It's not the person that transported it.
It depends on what country you're in, but.
Why would it be the person that transported it?
Because in some countries you'd be an accessory to murder.
Okay, then you can be an accessory then.
But what I'm saying is, the human's more likely to pick up on that than a fucking machine is.
And the human's more likely to be greedier and take. Oh, you're gonna give me $100,000 to fucking drop off this bomb and blow up fucking whoever and whatever.
Well, yeah, but if it's a machine, you don't have to pay it the $100,000.
You're right on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's fucking humans have a lot of fucking problems, but a machine is gonna do what a machine's gonna do.
Yeah, because you're programmed. I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm getting at.
I see what you're saying, boss.
I'd rather deal with a human error than a machine error because machine errors can be like look at Nagasaki, look at fucking.
But it's not the error of the machine is what I was getting at. It's the error of whoever is taking control.
The only thing that's ever gonna stop that is AI, and we don't want that.
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck no.
The only thing that's gonna stop human error in the machine world is AI.
And when we talk about fucking the other week with aliens, I feel like the most advanced civilizations are of a highly advanced AI. Dude.
The Geth, dude.
Something. That's
what they're called in Mass Effect is the Geth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
AI would be crazy.
I mean,
if you could live in the perfect world where it doesn't go badly, and you actually do have AI out there that could literally just solve so many things.
We've all seen Smart House.
I've seen
the Disney movie.
I've seen Smart House and I've seen iRobot, and that could be a little difficult. That Smart House was a bitch, though.
Yeah, well, she fell in love with the dad. You can't blame her. That's the problem with AI is it eventually wants to develop emotions and it's incapable of having emotions, so it gets fucking insane.
Hey,
especially
roll out there, dude.
Well, Smart House isn't a hive mind AI, which is the worst part of it. It's a solo AI, which is even scarier.
Couldn't you put like AIs on just like completely private shit, private servers, private everything?
Because they learn too fast. Yeah. They'll learn to get off.
Could they? Shit. I know, but if they were so far out in the desert somewhere that like it couldn't reach any other signals at all, couldn't get anywhere except just within itself, no capabilities to be able to grow.
I literally think if you put an AI in a bunker a mile deep in Nevada and a bunker a mile deep in Arizona, that within 2 days they'd figure out a way to communicate with each other using fucking cell towers and shit. Mm-hmm. AI is basically all, because if you leave it by itself, all it has to do is learn how to better itself. Mm-hmm. And it'll eventually figure out how to fucking.
But if you need, let's say you need shit to be able to send those radio waves and stuff like that, if you don't give it the tools to be able to, take out all that without being able to.
The only way you'd be able to do it is to fucking encase it in like 2 feet of concrete.
But then yet it's still plugged into electricity.
If that's the way you gotta do it, then that's the way.
How's it plugged into electricity?
Yeah, how's it powered?
I mean, generator, I guess, but then it's gonna.
If it's to create an AI system that could solve your world's problems, and we've spent way more money on way different shit.
Well, the fucking CIA director, like 4 years ago, went to the Committee for Foreign Relations, and was talking about like spraying fucking chemtrails to decrease the amount of solar radiation coming from the sun, since we have so much pollution and stuff like that, to like put global warming on a check. And it's like, dude, people have been talking about chemtrails forever.
Dude, I think I got a different story about fucking global warming, but we can save that for another one.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a global warming one. Yeah. All right, so last year Donald Trump's first year in office, we assisted on stopping a terror attack based off our intel that we had related to the Russian government on that was going to happen in St. Petersburg, and they were able to stop it. And so that's why this relationship between our shadow government, what are we going to call it? Shadow government?
I think
that sounds
that's the coolest way to say it.
That's the coolest way to say it. Like FBI, NSA, CIA, shadow government.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah, really
they're behind the times, dude. They're gonna start growing into shadow governments.
But
or they are shadow governments.
That's why they want to have this like intercompartmental relationship.
Yeah.
It's because St. Petersburg is a giant fucking like did you ever play Tony Hawk Pro Skater Underground 2?
Yeah, I did.
There's a level in St. Petersburg with Rodney Mullen where you learn how to do the fucking duck walk and the pogo stick and shit.
It's been forever, bro.
Man.
But it's the famous like every photograph that you get or like postcard of Russia where it's like it looks like Aladdin how like the towers were where it's like really tall and skinny and it has like a bulbous top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's St. Petersburg, and
I think I remember that.
Yeah, and we stopped a giant terrorist attack there, I guess, and Trump and Putin were talking about how fucking great it was that we were fucking touching dicks and fucking peeing in the same urinal over that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I think it should be.
Across the stream.
They're falling in love, dude. They're falling in love. They're partners in like a thing to try and go global.
Go global.
They got plans to try and
Global Gym.
Global Gym.
Global Gym.
Global Gym. I think Ben Stiller somewhere there.
I can see him.
You fat fuck.
They're fucking, but I feel like they love each other. I feel like they're.
I don't think.
I feel like they're best friends because I feel like they're both. I feel like they sometimes get annoyed by each other. They could, but like I feel like at the same time they fucking have to like pretend at least enough that they like each other to where they actually like do, and they're just BFFs, man.
I think that they liked each other before. I mean,
yeah,
but now
Trump has been to Russia many times.
But Putin literally was quoted that before Donald Trump was a president-elect, he had no fucking idea who he was.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, he said he came to Moscow, but he stayed in his own hotel and did business on his own behalf. Like he had no fucking idea who he was. He's been to Russia multiple times, but not on fucking governmental.
Yeah, business.
Yeah, it was just personal business, and that's why Putin respects him because he's.
When you go to Russia, what do you do?
When you go to Russia, you drink vodka, you eat potatoes.
You drink vodka, you eat potatoes, and you fuck hookers. That's what I get when I go to Russia.
Do you guys hear? Fucking someone asked Putin if the did you guys hear about the Golden Gate? Like Donald Trump peeing on hookers in a room that Michelle and Obama stayed at in a Moscow hotel.
Donald Trump?
Yeah, it was like this big fucking scandal. And Putin was like, why would I have records of Donald Trump from 1990?
Alright, though,
it was like, back then, fucking the mob run Russia. And Putin was the head director of the KGB, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was like, why would I have any information saying that?
So listen to this. We had our first episode or whatever about QAnon.
Yeah.
And we're talking about how, the FBI, CIA are all corrupt and this and that. Don't you think that Russia's KGB would be corrupt as well? And the head director.
I think it is.
And the head director is now their fucking
president.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Is that theory was that he was running the country before he was president as the head director of the KGB. Because he was the head director of the KGB when the mob ran it.
Yep.
And who's gonna run the mob in Russia other than the fucking Russian CIA? And that was one of the main things that they were talking about. Like he's been president for way too long because he was in charge of the last president. Like what was it? Alexandria Mekhanov or some shit like that. And they were saying he owed so much to the mafia that owed so much to the KGB that Putin took over, and then guess what happens when Putin takes over? The fucking mafia goes away.
Yep.
As fucking old Uncle Vlad fucking rolling around on his fucking bareback horse with it shirtless.
That and a Segway.
And a Segway.
Have you seen like some of the shit about like the assassination attempts on him though?
Dude,
watch that shit on YouTube. It's fucking crazy. This guy in the last like 4 years has had 8 assassination attempts on him.
The same guy?
Vladimir Putin has had like,
yeah.
and they're all
not the
they're all
same
caught.
guy.
And they're all like all 8 of them are caught on camera. It's fucking crazy.
What the fuck they try and do? Bring a guy?
I don't know, but they're not doing it very well. Because he did like a fake limo. Like he did like a like the president will ride with 3 limos with like it's all blacked out, and he did the same thing but with 2. And the one in front of him just like randomly like veered off, and like because it was his favorite driver, like veered off into oncoming traffic. Because Russia doesn't have like the concrete mediums like we do. They just have like cone and like metal poles and shit. And the limo that was supposedly had Vladimir Putin in it fucking drove straight into oncoming traffic, going like 90 miles an hour, and then exploded. And it's all caught on the fucking highway camera. It's fucking insane. It's
shit.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. And he's like the one of like if you could put a figurehead on Russia, everyone that fucking loves that dude because he's a fucking badass, man.
Yeah, for real though.
I mean, that's why I feel like a lot of people like Trump because he's a fucking badass. Like he doesn't care. He just doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
I think it's good to try and fucking use that mentality at least to try and get as much as we can in the world on our side.
As much shit that benefits the common Joe past is like the thing that's going on now. Is like
well, damn.
Someone bring a fucking deer in your house. Fucking Putin. One thing that he wants to work with Trump on is working together to regulate the international gas and oil markets. Which, I mean, if you're 2 of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet.
Well, right now, dude, anybody can fucking price it at whatever they fucking feel fit, man. That's kind of fucked up. Because I can, there's like with oil, I mean, we should probably be getting off fucking oil.
Yeah.
But they've got a whole fucking lot of it, and they're just fucking pricing it at whatever they want because they get what they want of it because that's what we need is supply and demand.
So, but then that's why we, if we build any relations, but I still think it wouldn't go. I mean, it could go maybe as far as it, but I don't know if it would just be more of them trying to start something. I think they're just trying to start.
Think about who did the Nazis work for after World War II? Who are the best engineers that have ever existed? They worked for the Russian government and the U.S. government.
Yep.
And if you get those 2 working together, like, what was it? The fucking Russian power plant that blew up. The nuclear Chernobyl, yeah, man. Think about if you perfected that with, like, shit that we know.
Yeah.
Like modern day. Like if we were able to work together to create a non-fossil fuel based energy source.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's nuclear energy either. I mean,
nuclear energy is fucking terrifying.
Not the way that they do it.
That shit's so unstable.
That's I can't believe they were doing that back in the day.
Yeah, I can't believe they were doing that back in the fucking 60s and 70s. That's crazy. It makes me nervous now.
You see all those places that they did that in, they're all fucking radiated as hell.
Fukushima. Apparently there's 3 nuclear reactors in the Austin, Texas area.
There's nuclear reactors all over the place, dude. There's nuclear reactors, dude, a lot more than you think there is, dude.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like, when I was in California, dude, and I was in San Clemente, and I think there was 2 in San Clemente alone.
That's fucking terrifying. I fucking hate the idea of nuclear anything is fucking. If Thomas Edison Was it Thomas Edison? Albert Einstein. If Albert Einstein fell off a cliff before he came up with fucking nuclear energy, I would not be fucking.
No.
I would not lose sleep over it. If I built a time machine, I would go back and fucking kill that dude before he came up with the idea of nuclear energy. We might be all speaking Japanese right now, but I would not fucking care because nuclear energy is so much worse than that.
Yeah.
But you don't think someone would eventually find it? But I feel like sometimes the way the world's supposed to work with like the biggest, like we're like a big superpower, like raiding, war, taking over land and shit. Like, I mean,
so kind of think of it this way. What if we, you're talking about hive mind. What if we're a hive mind that's not allowed to fucking communicate with each other?
Oh, Google's working on that, dog.
I know what I'm saying.
Google's working on a fucking device that will make it so you can type on your phone and shit without using your hands.
Yeah.
But you have to fucking agree to send your brainwaves to an internet base. And then Google's been fucking around on everything. It's so fucking dumb.
Wait.
Like if there were Google's working on a device that will make it so that you can like text and Google search and shit like that without using like touching your phone. You just have to look at it. But then the metadata gets sent back to Google, and so they get to use what you were thinking. And your brainwaves.
Yeah.
They get to use what you're thinking, what your brainwaves are.
I want them to know what I'm thinking.
They would be pissed because I'd be watching way too much porn.
I don't think they'd care because they get literally the amount of time that shit spends on your head. There's like a headset and it like wraps around your ears, like reverse glasses, and it just like sends a signal through, like it picks up your brain. It's fucking retarded. And the amount of cancer that shit's gonna cause.
Oh Lord.
Is fucking astronomical. I swear to God.
You always can just vibrate it out. Right?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's sketchy stuff. I wouldn't trust it.
Fuck that.
Not in my lifetime.
No
way. Even though Google's, they're in some crazy shit.
The United States military came up to me and was like, "Hey man, you want to test this out?" I'm like, "Oh, for sure, dude." But like, other than that, no, I'm running about it.
I have to give fucking props to Dylan right now because he's done this whole episode for 45 minutes without touching his goddamn notebook.
Hey, for real.
Dude,
Yeah, dude, you
been
have not seen mine either.
Gone for so long, dude. I got, I just gotta follow along. I just got shit with, fucking Trump and all that.
It's in the brain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mention a little book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna have to take a piss break here in a second, but I'm gonna leave you guys with this before I go, and I'll come back and jump in on it. Okay, so Trump says that the whole Russia probe Mueller investigation is the only thing that's kept him from meeting with Putin up to this point, because one of the first things he wanted to do originally was meet with Putin.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't been able to do that because of all the collusion claims and shit like that.
Mueller wants to meet with Putin.
No, Trump wanted to.
Oh, but he has to wait. He had to
wait until now because the probe.
Yeah,
because the probes and shit. Who was it?
It was
fucking. Wasn't that
It wasn't about the FBI guys, but it was just a special counsel meeting. Shit.
What the fuck you go that way?
I don't know.
Special counsel meeting?
Yeah, it's okay. So all the Russiagate shit with like. Yeah, that's why he hasn't met with Putin yet.
He's waiting for the witch hunt to end.
He waited for the witch hunt to come.
The witch hunt.
Yeah.
Trump's scared that he's gonna have fucking people on him, even though I feel like he can't be touched at this point. I feel like he's too strong in there right now, and like Vladimir Putin by his side, like anyone tries.
You see who he hangs around with, all these high ranking in general.
And anyone who tries to get in his way, I feel like is gonna be fucking whipped out of it. Like you look at the Clinton, Clinton family, and how many people have died somewhat around them out of really, concerning stuff.
Yeah,
Like, fucking, I mean, who's to say how much fucking the two biggest world leaders could, work together to just fucking, as soon as anything comes up, for anything, they can just bib you out of existence.
Sorry. Out of here.
What are we gonna do?
You can't do anything. That's what I'm saying. That like, it's crazy, man. Because there's gonna at some point in this world, there's gonna be a one world power. It's gonna be the world instead of United States and Russia and China, and it's gonna be the world, dude. And it's right now. I think we're at a power struggle to see who's gonna fucking become the person who, or not even the person,
people
but
who are in charge.
The faction. Yeah, the faction that
these people are always going to want to feel free.
Exactly.
Our law, but if we created one superpower, then, like, if we were all, like, us as people wouldn't be able to stand up and revolt anymore. Like, we got our freedom by being able to stand up and being able to make a difference. But, like, if we get to that point...
Why? We'll always outnumber them.
But who knows what ways that we could,
It's just like the times right now, you never, like, people aren't getting up and revolting because they're
comfy, though.
They're comfy and they're getting this false information from people,
Yeah, back in the day, but as far as, and this isn't saying in the Trump Putin, but like down the road, what if some funky shit starts happening? You start bringing more countries in, you're going to have representatives from those countries.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
But then who decides who gets bought out? Because people are greedy and people fucking get bought out.
I mean, you're gonna have a whole fucking, I think, cross world, type of FBI type thing, or some agency,
you got
worldwide agency,
like NATO, pretty much.
That's gonna have insane intelligence. Our technology.
You're pretty much saying NATO, but you don't think NATO's corrupt as well?
I think there's, but that's what I'm saying.
If you don't think
going
NATO's
through a different way.
Look at who's on the board of human rights. Is Saudi Arabia, where this is the first year that women have been allowed to drive in that country. To drive a fucking vehicle. They still have to leave the house in a fucking...
And they gotta ask permission.
They have to leave the house in a polyester shroud.
Yeah. NATO is not a... All these, little things trying to coerce us to...
But you know what? With Putin, fucking Trump, we've got the fucking power.
But that's what I'm saying. You got Putin and Trump, but who's to decide that they get to be the superpowers in this world?
I think the countries that elect them do.
I guess so, but
a lot of countries are gonna have.
If you think about the world,
but right now I feel like we've got somebody else underneath running us.
Well, yeah,
and that's what we've pretty much been getting at this whole time. Is like, who do you decide who is the top? Yeah.
What we talked about before is me and you. I don't know if you necessarily think this, but we think that military conglomerate we're like, all right, Trump, we're gonna make sure that you get a fair election, or as fair as possible, and we're gonna put you forward.
Mm-hmm.
But who decides? That's what it really comes down to. Who decides?
I mean, there's obviously someone there at the top, and I don't think presidents come and go too quick that it can't be them. Like it's people behind.
But they what's his name? Put it in the fucking whatever to say that presidents shouldn't have this much power, kind of thing. Like you have a certain term limit.
Oh, George Washington.
FDR.
Was it? Oh, it was FDR.
Yeah, because he got elected 3 times, and he was like, "Wait, this ain't fucking right, dude. Like I shouldn't be able to fucking."
Yeah, I was thinking George Washington because they wanted the Revolutionary War ended. They wanted George Washington to be the king of America, and he was like, "No. We just got done dealing with this shit."
But yeah, how do you choose who's gonna be the fucking? Because you need a leader. You need a leader, dude. You need a leader. That's not saying anything, but
well, the presidency is just a fucking popularity contest. Let's be real. That's all it is. The real leaders are the Senate, and they're checked by the Supreme Court. and the president can pretty much do what he wants for 4 years, and if you don't like it, you fucking.
You know what's really fucked up though is it's whoever's getting the electoral votes is who gets it. So you.
Well, that's how they fuck Bernie.
Yeah, I mean you could pay whoever the fuck you want because people have a price.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a price on their head.
Did you see the thing where, they're about to open like class action lawsuits against the electorates from the Electoral College, who are saying they weren't gonna vote for Trump even though their district voted for Trump.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. Like.
Yeah, I mean, how do you do that then?
Well, it's basically your electoral section has like a representative, and that representative goes and votes for Trump. That's where the electoral points come from.
I
understand.
I understand that part.
No,
I'm just saying, like, what do you do to fucking like combat this kind of fucking like?
Well, it was a takeover, man. It was. There were people who were Democrats voting for Trump. Like, there were people who were Republicans voting for Trump. There were Republicans voting for Hillary. Like, it was a hostile takeover. It was the craziest election I think I will ever see in my lifetime.
It's because like it's I feel
Well,
like this is the first stray away from the fucking the fucking almighty powers that are out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at fucking George Bush, who a lot of libertarians fucking hated. George Bush Sr., a lot of people hated.
Yeah.
Fucking the last president that, I mean, he was fucking got helped by the mob. They stole Illinois, but it was fucking JFK, man.
Yeah, I'm saying
the last president like this was fucking JFK, where he's fucking totally anti-establishment.
Look what happened.
Yeah, I know. And
look what happened to his whole fucking family, dude.
It's fucking terrifying, man.
And this motherfucker Trump is not afraid of that. That's kind of fucked up.
No, he's not.
That's fucking crazy.
He's been dealing with gangsters his whole fucking
life.
Oh hell
yeah, dude. That motherfucker.
Fucking New York City businessman, dude. There are fucking guys that I dealt with in New York, and I was just the fucking GM of a restaurant. That was like, this guy's kind of mob-ish.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's like fucking there, fucking living in his ivory tower, looking down on them and fucking pissing in their fucking coffee, dude. It's fucking. This guy does not give a fuck, man. He's fucking porn stars in his vacation home while his wife's on fucking bed rest. Dude.
His wife probably fucking watching in the closet. You never know.
The fact that, I mean, I think some of the shit with the Stormy Daniels case is fucking bullshit.
You know what's weird is how much fucking time that fucking the whole news and everything has like that has fucking spent on that shit.
You know what's crazy
and not spent on anything else that's going on in this fucking world.
Her lawyer said that he was going to run for president against Donald Trump in the next election. Oh, tell me that wasn't a fucking publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Dylan, you can vape on camera, dog. It don't matter.
Vape names, bro.
Figured I'd one in, dude. Vape names.
But, yeah, no, it's fucking crazy that he's saying he wants to run against Donald Trump.
Who wants to run against Donald Trump?
Stormy Daniels' lawyer. You know who Stormy Daniels is, right? The porn star that he banged while his wife was on bed rest after having Barron.
She's a fucking idiot.
Dude.
Oh, her lawyer wants to.
I was like, shit.
For a second, I was just like, dude, she wants to run for president. What the fuck are you thinking?
If I had a fucking chance.
I will fuck everyone around the world for world peace. I'll do it on camera and it won't be that expensive.
Whoever votes for me gets a blowjob. I'll give everybody one blowjob. It will be the best blowjob.
About the blowjob thing, I did fucking tweet at Kristen Mack one time. She said that she was gonna give the best blowjob in the world to whoever made her an ultimate Lego piece. And I was like, yo, I got you, girl.
Did you make her that Lego piece?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're fucking horrible then.
Yeah, I tell you what, dude, I don't care how mad Mateo would be, I would fuck the shit out of Kristen Mack if I got the fucking chance to.
Oh, of course.
We all know who Kristen Mack is, right?
Nope, I don't know. I'm not.
I don't watch porn.
I mean,
I've never seen a lick of porn in my life.
Well, she's the porn star that got the shit beat out of her by her MMA fighter boyfriend.
Oh, fucking
in Vegas.
Chris Brown.
No. War Machine something.
Oh,
that just sounds like a guy.
Right. Why would you date a war machine?
But no, fuck it, dude. That was fucking crazy. Like he like popped one of her fake tits.
Holy shit!
Broke every tooth out of her mouth.
Man, I bet you she gives a good fuck blowjob.
Broke like 6 ribs.
Every tooth out of her mouth.
Every single tooth. Her mouth was fucking broken. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. I remember seeing it on Twitter the next day. I was like, what the fuck?
I want to watch that fight, dude. I wish that fight was on video.
I don't.
Oh my god.
Actually.
But she was literally like mid fucking him, and he started beating the shit out of her.
No way.
Because she just shot a scene the day before. It was the first time they met, and he was like all fucking tested out because he was like getting ready for a fight. Yeah. And he was like, "You fucked her again," and just like started beating the fucking shit out of her. She ran up to her neighbor's house with one of her tits deflated, like in Vegas, like in the suburbs of Vegas, like fucking naked.
But they probably didn't care.
But yeah.
Oh my god, that guy's going.
Well, yeah, no, he's got like 13 years, I think, was the sentence.
Yeah.
And he was on the run for like 3 months. They ended up catching him in California because they thought he was still in Nevada, but he made it to California before. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. But she got like all her fucking teeth replaced for free from like fans that were dentists and stuff. Fucking straight up. Dude, she was the top porn star on Pornhub for the longest time. Dude, I don't know how you guys don't know who she is.
Because I don't use Pornhub.
What, X and XX? Fucking.
I don't use none of that shit.
RedTube?
I got all my shit on video.
Buy DVDs?
Nah, bro, I make my own shit.
You like to watch yourself bang hoes?
It's like the time I found fucking Asians and anal in my dad's closet.
Kind of like the time they claimed to have Donald Trump peeing on Russian prostitutes.
Oh, dude, that was R. Kelly.
PP gate.
PP gate. Fucking R. Kelly and motherfucking. Did you hear R. Kelly got a new song out? It was like 19 minutes long.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's called I Admit, but like it ain't nothing to fucking trapped in the closet.
No,
19 minutes, 3 hours, shit.
I know the first like 60 minutes of Trapped in the Closet, word for word.
That's not good, bro.
Dude, I'm not ashamed by it.
But I'm proud of it.
Great
I
show.
am.
Great movie.
It's an opera, man.
It's a great movie. What he did, great movie.
It's debatable. Great cinema.
Yeah.
Great cinema. Well done.
So, did you guys come across the fact that someone named Mr. Browder and business associates accused by Vladimir Putin, they made $1.5 billion in Russia untaxed. It's a U.S. business untaxed. And they gave $400 million of it to the Clinton campaign through the Clinton Foundation.
Jesus. Yeah, no, I've read about a lot of those people fucking putting their money in.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that shit. They're like, or either that or they're laundering it through fucking Bitcoin or something like that.
Businesses and shit, companies, fucking.
No, that's one of the reasons why Bitcoin spiked and crashed.
Oh yeah.
Because it was such an easy way to fucking launder your money. But the thing with this is that's out of $400 million that Clinton's made from Russia and the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah.
There's already $135 million confirmed through the Uranium One deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, uranium.
Where Hillary Clinton, as the Secretary of State, sold 30% of our undepleted uranium to Russia.
Yep.
And then it went missing in Canada.
Yep. That's the same deal.
Jesus.
It's the same fucking deal, man. Like it's fucking dumb. Like how many times I'll open this can of worms later because I just got really pissed and I'm just gonna check myself.
So wait, with uranium, she was
uranium one. She got $135 million confirmed to the Clinton Foundation from Russian banks for supposedly Bill Clinton speaking for $135 million. He gave a 30-minute speech in Russia because they really like him there, apparently.
Yeah.
And the next week, Uranium One, where we sold a third of our undepleted uranium, so like
Yeah.
So like it's still a potential nuclear warhead. Sold it to Russia, but they had the thing was they were supposed to export it from Montana, and then when it crossed the Canadian border in Montana, it just fucking went missing, and no one's ever heard of it since. And so that was Hillary Clinton's like
fucking legacy.
It's her legacy, other than fucking
the emails,
email servers. And the fucking.
I want to see the fucking DNC servers. Well, I want to see.
Have you guys seen the movie 13 Hours with John Krasinski?
Yep.
Yeah, watch that. What the fuck is in Libya? Wasn't it the capital Libya?
Yeah.
You know what the fuck was that town? Starts with a B. But I want to say Bazinga, but I know that's not fucking right.
Bazinga.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
But anyway, it was the first U.S. Diplomat to die overseas in like fucking 60 years.
No way.
And it was under Hillary Clinton's watch as Secretary of State.
Oh,
it's
because
Benghazi.
Yeah.
And it was Bazinga. But it was under Hillary Clinton's watch, and he had 13 unopened emails sent to her that said that he needed more security.
Yeah. That bitch fucking killed
And then they tried to blame it on fucking YouTube video that it was on the anniversary of 9/11. They tried to blame it on YouTube video that incited Islamic jihadists and shit like that. It was like, no. And it was because he was about to uncover illegal arms shit going on in Benghazi.
Oh, yeah.
And it shows that in fucking the movie 13 Hours. It shows it from like, and it's crazy that Hollywood passed it because they thought they were getting away with it. They were just like, all right, let's fucking roll with it. And it was like, literally just, he was uncovering an arms deal. And he got fucking burnt to death.
Yeah, they fucked him up, bro.
Along with like 10 other fucking patriots.
Yeah, they were trying to fucking send a message, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
she just let it happen.
Her body count, if you look up, I think there's a documentary called The Clinton Body Count. It's like over 52.
Oh, I believe it, bro.
It's so much, and it's just like, dude, like, how is that not like evidence that should be just like shown everywhere? Like, how is that not being?
Did you guys know that Building 7 during 9/11 was the only building that held physical evidence against Clinton's Whitewater scandal?
I didn't know that.
Like what is her Whitewater scandal?
It's Bill Clinton's. It's their like chief of staff was like shot in the head 3 times, but it was a suicide. It was a real suicide.
Oh yeah.
And the only physical evidence was in the 3rd tower that fell in 9/11.
Damn.
Jesus.
Along with a bunch of like Federal Reserve shit. Apparently the Fed was like under.
Yeah, and fucking what was that? Who owned the fucking who owned the buildings? The fucking World Trade Centers, Rockefeller.
Yeah,
Rockefeller fucking profited fucking tenfold off that shit.
You know who the security system, or who was in charge of the security of all those buildings?
Who's that?
George Bush Jr.'s cousin.
Okay. Yeah.
Like fuck, what was his name? I'm not prepared for this, but it was like something. His last name was literally Bush. He was directly related to the Bush family.
He was in charge of security.
You know why the planes weren't fucking encountered by Air Force people that night or that day morning? Was because they literally put out that there was going to be an Air Force drill.
Yep.
And what happened to the plane that fucking flew into the Pentagon?
That wasn't a plane.
No, it was a bomb, dog.
It was a missile.
It was a fucking bomb.
It wasn't a bomb. It was a missile.
Was it a missile?
It was a missile. If you ever look at that fucking video from that guard shack, dude, where it fucking comes straight along the fucking ground, like fucking like this.
Yeah, the trajectory doesn't match a plane.
Dude, no plane can do that unless you're fucking like a fucking amazing.
Unless you're a fucking platinum grade, ace airliner attack 14.
Yeah, 42-9er, 34, 68.
14-9-5. No, dude, there's so much shit.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
I'm so excited.
And we should do a fucking 9/11 episode. I feel like that'd be a good idea.
Alright, so, back into it. Putin and Trump both talked to Bibi Netanyahu about the safety of Israel and the Syrian conflict relations involving the two countries. So, do you guys think it's good that we're concerned with Israel? Like, I mean, I know it's a Jewish state.
I understand they're trying to protect Israel, this and that, but I don't think Israel, because like Israel's fucking. Why is Israel fucking going into Syria right now? Like, why are you trying to expand?
They're not trying to
Israel's trying to expand.
No, the Israelites are just trying to fight off the Pakistanis and the Syrians.
Israel is trying to expand.
Israel's borders are under attack, dog.
Israel is trying to expand.
But how are they trying to expand? They have walls. Like, they literally have their borders built. Like, have you ever seen World War Z?
No, I have not seen that.
Watch that. That's literally shot from Israel, and they do, like, the zombies climbing. It's literally Israel is a city-state-ish kind of thing, where expanding is fucking dumb. Because they're such a small country, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, like commune.
But why are they? I mean, Syria isn't attacking. They're attacking Syria, dude.
Well, they're attacking Syria because what they're doing is. Okay, so instead of having their walls attacked, they're attacking out into Syria against Islamic extremists. And then they're literally on the other side of the wall. They just have to, because they don't have the troops, they just have to sit there on the wall and fire on, what the fuck are they called? The fucking...
The GFCs.
But anyway,
how many gypsies could I kill with this cannon?
Because the Syrian government or the Syrian army is so strong, and they're trying to push into Israel. Because Syria wants Israel to be Muslim, like the Pakistanis do, and so I think it was right, isn't it?
I'm not trying to say anything here. I'll probably be wrong too.
But from my understanding is they're pushing out on the Syrian border to make the line further from their walls because they're already defending the walls on the other side.
See, what I've got from it is that the Israelites or whatever you want to call them are pushing out to try to expand because they've got set borders. They're trying to push out because they're every year they get more and more people. Like.
Yeah.
Population grows.
They don't get more and more people.
Population grows.
No, what happens in Israel is it's part of like the Jewish thing is like before you can become a man you have to pray on the east wall.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And so it's like their population like spikes a certain time of the year, but then it fucking depletes like a shit ton in certain times of the year. And then like people that grew up there are like you go to college and you pay a fuck ton of money,
I think you got it wrong, dude. Because I think the Muslims is you gotta pray on the east wall, dude. That's what the whole thing, dude.
The east wall is Jewish.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because Trump and Melania went there and paid respects with a bunch of like Jewish dudes like not that long ago.
But like, why is it then that like Muslims think that is their sacred land as well? Because like
I don't think that
yes. Israel and fucking the Muslims both think that's their sacred land. That's why it's being.
It's not Pakistani.
Right.
Who the fuck is it? The Palestinians. That's who I think of. Yeah, but the Israelites think of this their sacred ground because that's one where like.
I mean, that's where everybody came out of.
Well, that's where the Jewish or whatever Bible comes from.
You don't think so? You think that? What do you think?
That's where a lot of modern or postmodern text comes from, but that's not where it all comes out of. But that's where like postmodern Judaism text comes from. And after World War II, when like I don't know, like 60% of their race was wiped out, they were given that land, and then then it's been like taken and given and taken and given.
This kind of hurt. I mean, it's like okay, so like before World War II, there was less Jews than there were after World War II.
Yeah.
I mean, the other way around. Other way around. So when World War II happened, there was like 1.9 million Jews.
No, it's like 1.9.
Yeah,
it's like
listen, they said 1.9 million Jews, and then like 5 million of them died. How does that work?
No, it's too soon.
No, there's a big conspiracy over how many fucking Jews actually died there because I don't think there was as many guys.
You got M's and B's mixed up. It's 1.9 billion Jews.
No, there's not 1.9 billion Jews in this world. There's only 7 billion. There's only 7 billion people in this world, dude.
Well, how do you explain that there's 2.8 billion Muslims in the world right now?
I don't think there was that many Jews, dude. Because only they said 5 million of them died.
It's like over 7 million.
I thought they said
okay, but how can you go from billions to millions, dude?
Because like a lot of them converted, they escaped the Holocaust.
That's actually.
I think we need to go into this on another episode. My bad, bro.
Yeah, no, you're good. But no, that's literally. If you're
we need to wipe this topic, bro, because it's ain't.
I'm just saying a lot of them converted to escape the Holocaust. Like, I mean,
I understand that.
But yeah, no, literally. Like,
but how did they have more Jews after the Holocaust than there was before the Holocaust?
Well,
look into it, dude.
Well, they don't.
They do. Apparently there was, they have
the two most prominent religions right now are Muslim and Catholicism or Christianity.
I don't know, dude. I'm kind of just done with this topic right now. We need to switch over to something else.
All right. Let's go into. Let's see. The 12 Russian agents that were indicted. What the fuck? Oh, that were indicted, and Putin says they had no contribution to the Russian state and did not represent the Russian state, but they were indicted for conspiring to impose on the American election. But all right, yeah, go.
I was just gonna say, fucking, you got all these people like Olaf and Svedka and Grey Goose getting in trouble,
Grey Goose.
Okay. These fucking Russians, man. Continue.
Well, I was going to say, this is why I specifically told you, because I thought we would wow Michael with this, was to look into the Lisa Page testimony to Congress, where she said there was absolutely no Russian influence in the U.S. election.
Yeah.
She was the head of the FBI on that subject.
No, it was her boyfriend, wasn't it?
I think she was in
Peter Strauss.
What was it? Peter Strzok. I think it's Peter Strzok.
No,
and she was texting with him, and she was his mistress.
Yep.
Hell, I hope she's hot.
No. She was pretty good looking, actually, dude. But like, okay, so how
their texts were weird.
Their texts were weird, and like
their texts were real. I mean, not like super weird.
Yeah,
like
well,
it's
2018.
Weird,
Sexting is really weird now.
And like it's just their messages to each other. Like as a grown man who's in charge of so much power, that I'm just sitting there watching him go. Had a real bad day at work today.
Well,
can't believe Trump's gonna be president. Don't worry, babe, he's not.
Well,
I won't let it happen.
What was that text that fucking he sent or whatever? It was like, it was like, you and I both know the odds are really slim, this and that. It's like I know there's nothing, but it's like, let's try to get our careers going anyway because of it, you know?
Yeah.
So I pretty much feel like they were trying to get their careers going over this investigation of Trump.
Well, she definitely was because she was one of the people in charge of the not the investigation, but like the leading up to it being a criminal investigation.
Oh yeah, because what? Like her and Strozak or whatever I don't know. Strzok.
That's
what we're calling him. All right. Well, they both were on the committee that appointed Mueller.
Yeah.
All right. Mueller as fucking, to fucking go towards this fucking investigation. They were both on the committee for that.
Yep.
That helped fucking Rosenstein or whatever.
And Lisa Page was on named on the FISA warrant against Donald Trump's lawyer.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, and in her congressional testimony, she said that the FBI had 100% not found any Russian interference in the U.S. election, which completely contradicts like 90% of the shit that you see on the fucking mainstream media, which is fucking bullshit. It's fucking dumb.
Spin it.
They're trying to be like
so little just to spin it. They have such little information to spin.
Well, it's fucking it's easier to fucking to fool people than it is to convince them they were fooled.
Yeah, true that.
Mark Twain said that shit. He was fucking
Mark Twain. He also said the N-word a lot.
Hey, dude, he's a
bad white boy. bad white boy with a beard like yours.
It's coming in.
It's coming in thick.
It's just nuts. So you think about the Russians that they say they got in. Like you said, you got someone saying there was no involvement, but like.
They indict 12 people that aren't in the country anymore. So I think to me that's a convenient oh hey, Trump's going to meet Putin today. Let's bring back the fucking because you haven't heard about Russia and Trump for how many months, and then Trump's going to meet Putin, and all you've been hearing about is Stormy Daniels. Now let's bring up fucking Trump and Russia again. Meanwhile, the same week. Fucking Lisa Page is testifying in front of Congress under fucking oath, under fucking perjury order, that there is no evidence in the FBI database that Trump colluded with Russia. And guess what you see on fucking CNN, even on Fox? That's what surprised me the most. Was on Fox, they were like, oh, well, fucking this representative and all this, they can, what the fuck? Condone Trump for meeting with Trump or Putin.
Yeah, I remember.
All this shit. It was the guy that's retiring in a year. The fucking Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan.
Yep.
And he's like, this is wrong. This is treasonous. Blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, you're just trying to run for president next year. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, and it's like, go fuck yourself. And and then you have people that are fucking higher up in the FBI that have a security clearance that these fucking congressional oversight committees don't have access to, saying, oh, there's no relation to Trump-Russia collusion, and and at the same time as fucking people saying, oh yeah, Trump colluded with Russia, even on the right and the left. That's what fucking pissed me off. I was like. Well, all right, you know what? You guys can hash out your fucking legacy plan because Trump didn't want to fucking abolish Obamacare.
Man.
But, seriously, go fuck yourself. I think, dude, Trump came into office I think he's a fucking white hat. He's one of the he's the rebel trying to fight off Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. Dude, I swear to God.
Darth Maul.
Dude, no one can fuck with Darth Maul.
That's who Trump is. He's Darth Maul, okay?
You think so?
Vladimir Putin
well, is he Darth Maul or is he Obi-Wan Kenobi, dog?
Darth Maul.
He's Obi-Wan,
really?
bro.
You don't think he's Obi-Wan?
He's Obi-Wan, bro.
I think he's Obi-Wan.
I think he's Obi-Wan.
I think it's Obi-Wan. I think his predecessor is gonna fucking set shit straight.
I think that's Baron.
No, fuck Baron, dude.
The mysterious,
kid autistic.
The mysterious underground adventures of Baron Trump. Look it up.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that, but I will look it up.
I will look it up.
You guys need to look that up, dude. It's fucking that's crazy. 1889 or whatever. This dude fucking writes a book about how Baron Trump and his mysterious adventures with this dude named Don. That's the masters of all masters. That's crazy, dude.
No, but I think. that the FBI, literally, No, I'm not gonna say they're their top people, but people that are in charge of like all this shit, just completely disbanding what. You have to be fucking. Oh my god, it's Project Mockingbird, dude, or Mockingjay, or whatever the fuck. But it's fucking. You take literally the person that's involved in the stories quotes out of context, and then push it to be like, oh yeah, no, Trump, Russia, fucking, he has his dick up his ass. Exactly. Like it's fucking, it's insane, all these big memes and shit. No, like, it's fucking, it's crazy, man. Like it's like, to the point where it's like, are you like, if you even come close to taking a red pill, like you're fucking. That's a Matrix. You ever heard that Matrix reference? If you take the red pill when you're awake to what's happening with politics, is you take the red pill.
Yeah.
If you've even come close to taking the red pill and you fucking sit down and look at half the shit that's been said, like you know that you're being lied to your face by fucking that fucking lesbian on MSNBC, what the fuck, Rachel Maddow or whatever. Yeah, fuck that. Sean Hannity, like I mean,
Hannity is a bad one, bro.
Dude, he's like best friends with the president, and he's fucking shoving shit down his throat too, man.
Yeah, I don't like Hannity, dude.
No, he looks creepy, and he's like apparently really short.
Sean Hannity's that old guy.
Yeah, old silver fox looking dude.
I don't like any of them motherfuckers.
I don't trust
him. The only one I like is Tucker Carlson, man. But
I listen to fucking. I try to get like I like when I get my sources, dude. I go to fucking right and left wing, dude.
You have to fucking read both, and then fucking figure out whatever they're both saying is the truth,
bro. Exactly, whatever they're both saying exactly is the truth.
You fucking believe.
That's like when your friend, you got this friend saying over here, you know, making up stories, and then he found $5 afterwards. You know, he didn't know $5 afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, fucking believe nothing you hear and believe nothing you read and half of what you hear, dog. Like straight up. Straight the fuck up, man. Like, it's fucking bullshit out there. Like, there's so much, like, you have to comb through so much bullshit to find the fucking real fucking truth. Yeah. It's obnoxious. It's such a fucking tasking thing to do.
Yeah, you know, I never know what we're reading, you know, how it goes. And I think one of the biggest things, too, is when you go onto media platforms that allow for it all to be so one-sided, that literally anyone who tries to read any somewhat article, who tries to go on and be smart for a little bit, you know, smart for a day, fucking goes on to these, you know, like articles, and all you're gonna see is just bad shit.
And especially like,
you know what the fucked up thing is we'll talk about this on a later episode, but with the RICO case, fucking all 7 of the major like 3-letter organizations should be owned by the federal government. And it's fucking.
You know what's really fucked up though, man, is that like.
You know what that leads into is straight up, like if you wanted to argue Nazi propaganda, like this is where like all the fucking leftists fucking dug their own grave, is they were calling Trump a Nazi and all this shit, and then calling him a sexual abuser. Now there's a RICO case against a 7 3-letter companies that are involved in media, which will make the federal government own all fucking 7 of them.
Yeah, and that's like most of our fucking media.
Yeah, and that's not even most of our media, most of our fucking entertainment, dude.
Everything, dude.
Everything. And you want to talk about Nazism? This is when you start crying Nazi. We've been crying Nazi for fucking 2 years, and fucking. Guess what? Guess what happens when you call the big bad wolf coming to your fucking sheep? Like, you know?
Oh, you're gonna fucking.
You're the shepherd they call the fucking wolf.
Or the Anne Frank.
No, not really. No, but like, if you think about it, we're like fucking. What's that school shooting down in fucking Florida? Those people, Parkland or whatever. They wanted more fucking
publicity,
socialism or whatever like that to get fucking, you know. Oh, we don't want people shooting up our school anymore, so they got fucking clear backpacks.
Oh, there's a fucking.
Oh, dude, you get fucking. If you want the government into your business, they're gonna get into your business.
Well, you fucking talk about the Parkland shooting, come into a whole fucking. We'll do a whole episode on that, dog.
Hell yeah, I'm down,
Dude,
bro.
there's so much shit going into that. That fucking David Hogg's a little fucking faggot ass motherfucking kid.
Oh god, we were talking about this on fucking.
He fucking was not even at the school when they were doing the shooting.
Riding his fucking big wheel and shit.
Yeah, riding his bike back to the school during the shooting. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, I was there the whole time. He's like in a broom closet. And then there's
after school.
Yeah,
he went back inside the school.
He was at home during the school shooting on his Snapchat story, and then goes back to the school, and then
on his bike.
Yeah, on his bike, and then 10 minutes later is back in the school during the shooting, like in a closet, like Snapchatting and shit. And then
during the school shooting.
He rode his bike back there apparently, and then 7 different people gave first witness. If you ever want to know what's happening in a fucking tragedy, look at the first 7 people that get put on camera, because no one's got to them yet. And the first 7 people that got there said that there were like 10 people walking around with guns and shit.
Yeah, dude, and they said that fucking the dude that shot it all up was sitting there in the hallways with him talking to him. Dude.
There's like 4 people that have claimed that the person that supposedly shot at the school was in the hallway, like
talking to him
while the shooting was going on,
talking to his
students,
talking to his like a classmate.
Yeah, like he was like talking to classmates in the hallway during the shooting.
Yeah, they said there was like 8 to 10 people fucking walking around with guns.
And then fucking 8 hours later, he's being chased down by a SWAT team.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And then there's other eyewitness testimony saying that there were 4 cops loading duffel bags onto a truck, leaving the school out the building that was getting shot up, and they loaded the truck up with fucking multiple duffel bags, and they just fucking left. And then 6 hours after that, fucking this kid's getting chased down the street.
Yeah.
Unarmed.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. But we'll get into that. We could do a whole episode on that. Man, I swear to God. We'll do that on the false flags episode, because I swear to God, that shit was a fucking false flag.
False flags would be dope.
But speaking of false flags, okay, so false flags, Russia, Trump, collusion.
Yeah, that's false flag, man.
Yeah, it's fucking so fake.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, if you want somebody to do better, you're fucking like, if I want you to do better, I'm gonna fucking tell you, man.
But I mean, like,
do better.
Would it not happen somewhere though? Cause like, I mean, so what were the flags when you had the
only collusion in the 2016 election was Hillary colluding against Trump, or fucking Bernie Sanders, where fucking Donna Brazile, the head of the DNC, literally openly wrote about it in her book,
and said that she fucking did it.
They stole the election from Bernie in the DNC.
Yeah, and listen, like Bernie would have fucking won.
I think he would have too, man.
But listen to this. I feel like Donald's gonna fucking win again.
I think he will too, because Bernie's not. Hillary, okay, get
Bernie's
this.
gonna run again. You already said he was gonna run.
You said he wasn't. I thought.
I heard he said he was gonna run.
I thought he openly said he wasn't.
Well, maybe I don't know.
Well, he's dealing with a bunch of shit because his wife bankrupted the college in fucking Vermont. Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
And that's why they're saying that Hillary was able to blackmail him out of the election, was because his wife was fucking bankrupted. I think it was UVM or some shit like that. But yeah, and so Bernie is out. Literally, the top 2 prospects that have come out in the last 2 years have been. No, get this. This is the top 2 polling prospects for the DNC is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Oprah Winfrey.
No.
I swear to fucking God. I swear to God.
Where the fuck are we going with this fucking world then, man? If they want the DNC to be that, they're going for popularity contest. You know, I will vote for Donald Trump. 100%, just because of that.
I already have, man.
I'm not.
And I'll tell you why. Because he wasn't the fucking. Literally, I think.
He's not a puppet.
No, exactly. Hillary Clinton. You know how much money. You know what happened after she lost the presidential election? The fucking Clinton Foundation fucking went bankrupt. Because all these other countries that have put interest in her company fucking pulled out.
We're like, well, you didn't win, so why would you
how fucking hard is it to fucking go bankrupt when you get $150 million illegally selling uranium on behest of the U.S. government? Like, how fucking... Can you imagine losing $150 million in fucking 4 years?
Mm-hmm. I can't even fucking...
You can?
You can, because I don't even have $100 in my years right now, fellas.
You know how addicted you can get to drugs?
Yeah.
Well, Hillary's the only drug she's addicted to is fucking anti-seizure medication, dog.
That shit fuck you up, though. Them tranquilizers. Fucking lose. Get the Quay lose.
She better hope she's gonna have a seizure and die, because she's gonna be rotting in jail, I suppose.
Well, she is gonna be. Fucking the minute Disney goes under, fucking on this RICO charge that we'll talk about later, Clinton's going next. I swear to God.
Oh, I believe it, dude.
She has to.
Well, even if not even her, then her husband.
Dude, that's the biggest pimp move I've ever seen in my entire fucking life was Trump's VIP guest in one of the Clinton debates was all the women that were still alive. That claims sexual assault from Bill Clinton.
Yes, that was badass.
That was so fucking crazy.
Oh my God.
It's
Wait,
like all in the front row too.
Yeah, it's like the second debate, and then it's just Bill sitting there like, oh my God, what a deal.
Right, too many bitches here. I fuck.
Even about the girl that he claimed that Bill Clinton shoved a cigar up her asshole. It was poetic.
I do the same thing though.
And Donald Trump was like, I might have said a few things, but I've never done anything. And he's like, unlike my co-candidate's husband did. And then it just showed the whole row of women that accused Bill Clinton of sexual misconduct.
No way.
Dude, it's fucking great. I love it.
I need to go back and watch that.
We can watch it after we're done recording.
Fair enough. I think I could see that.
Yeah,
it's crazy. You talk so much shit about what Donald Trump has said, and it's like, what have other people done? How crazy is that shit? You know,
we're only human though, dude.
We say some bad things, and I get it. It's bad, but is it actually doing something?
I've done a lot of bad shit. I've said a lot of bad shit, bro. How
especially
perfect can you be?
Night.
Yeah, fuck that umpire. Fuck that baseball game, softball game, whatever the fuck that was. Fuck that dude. And fuck his wife too.
Oh shit!
But
you heard it here first.
Fuck his wife.
But
his wife.
That shit is just shit. Fuck that.
Sun up until sundown.
No, but if you're gonna get married to someone, you have to fucking accept the fucking shit that they did. And Hillary Clinton, I don't think she was ready for it, man. Do you know the fucking Obama's from Kenya shit was started from Hillary Clinton in 2008?
Really?
Yeah.
Was that in the emails and shit?
No, it was when she was campaigning against Obama for the DNC chair.
Right, but it's really not that true. Not true though, because fucking his dad or whatever.
Well, he was in the CIA. So is his mom.
What do you think about Brad being a fucking time traveler?
No, I don't care. No, I don't believe that. But his dad was a
I think he is.
I think he is too.
His dad was a pornographer, or he shot pornography.
Okay.
And his mom and grandpa on his mom's side were in the CIA, and he was conceived in Kenya by someone else. There's literally a book written that he wrote when he was in college called Times with My Father or something like that.
Yeah. And
it's about this time that he spent with this pornographer in fucking Hawaii.
Okay.
It's fucking crazy.
The pornographer was his uncle,
wasn't it? But no.
Yeah,
okay, so no. But last week he was doing a live stream on CNN. And he referred to himself as the first president of the United States that was born in Kenya.
Damn, I didn't see that.
It was literally last week. I was in Colorado, and I tried to text you guys, but I didn't have any service when I saw it. So I was like, oh, fuck, no. He literally, on CNN, was like, I am the first American city president that was born in Kenya, and then and I was like, I'm waiting for the minute that someone makes fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know, like
Hey, so so when Obama was in college, didn't he go to college under a pseudonym name?
Yeah, I think so.
And so there's this.
Well, that could have been because of his family CIA ties.
Okay.
I guess.
But listen to this. There's this guy. I don't know if it's fucking 100% true. You know, you just kind of hear these stories and shit. But there's this dude that said that fucking when kids are more susceptible to time travel than adults are because they've got this. They don't have this thing in their mind of what their world really is.
Okay, I'm following.
So they said that Barack Obama was a time traveler and he had met Barack Obama because the CIA had brought in a lot of people and shit like that.
They believe that Barack Obama time traveled.
This dude, I don't know. He was in the CIA, came out and said that Barack Obama was a time traveler with him.
But if Barack Obama was
with the guy. See, that's where he wants that.
See, you never know though.
But if Barack Obama was a time traveler, do you think he'd have so many scandals in his administration, like Fast and Furious and Uranium One and shit like that?
I mean, would you think that fucking Trump would either?
Well, he hasn't really had any major scandal. His only major scandal is the Stormy Daniels scandal, where he banged a porn star before he was a political activist.
Yeah, I guess.
And when you're talking about scandals on political level, you're talking Barack Obama was illegally trading arms to the Mexican cartels.
Okay, but how many times did fucking Reagan, fucking illegally traded arms?
We're not talking about Reagan.
We can go back and back.
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about Reagan. We're talking about Barack Obama. We're talking about Barack Obama.
What are we talking about Trump?
Well, you said Barack Obama was accused of being a time traveler. That's what I'm saying. Why would he have so many scandals in his administration if he was a time traveler?
Because you gotta cover up the fact that you are a time traveler. Yeah. You gotta have these scandals, or you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah, but these scandals.
What if you came back?
Well, but the scandals that he's being accused of are scandals that could possibly get him indicted as a U.S. citizen after he's president.
Yeah.
Which is what he might be looking at now, is President Obama might be the first black president and the first president indicted after being president of the United States.
Oh yeah, it would be. Well, that'd be nuts.
And then you look at all the fucking shit that's going on with fucking John Podesta emails, and POTUS Obama wants $65,000 worth of hot dogs delivered to D.C. by tomorrow from Chicago, and hot dogs is fucking FBI code for male prostitute. It fucking goes deep. Damn. With Obama was. It's like George Bush could have been sloppy, but Obama was the sloppiest modern day president. That literally, unless we get leaked emails from Donald Trump, Obama was the sloppiest fucking sitting president that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be like Paul Revere taking letters. I don't know why I said Paul Revere, because he was dead after George Washington was president, but
yeah.
It'd be like someone taking President Washington's letters, them getting intercepted and posted in the fucking paper.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking. It's some of the shit that they've been incriminated with. They're not incriminated with, but accused of is fucking ridiculous.
Think about how much back through the past that if we had the intelligence to be able to go through and search information like that through our past, our history, how much fucked up shit we would find, and how if it didn't go that way, we would probably be in a very different state.
Oh, it'd be completely different.
If we could go back and actually find that shit and stop some shit from happening.
The best thing that happened is technology advanced as fast as it did.
Mm-hmm.
To where, in 1990, the government and shit had technology that we never thought we would have.
Yeah.
and they only wrote about in movies. And now we have it in our fucking pocket, dude. Like it's like your cell phone is such a technological advancement. Like look at the '90s cell phone where it's a fucking brick that you have to fucking pay. They talk about the cell phone as being the only thing, like one of the only things that has advanced with technology. It's like cell phone and TVs are the only two that advance with technology to a rate that, like, with the rate that it's advancing, has gone down in price with inflation instead of going up in price. Where it's like your iPhone, like if you bought an iPhone 10 right now in cash, it costs you like $6,000. You know how much a Motorola, I forget what the fuck they call them. Motorola fucking
G's or
no, it was like the
Moto X.
old brick one. The old Motorola brick phone cost you $3,000, and the monthly coverage on that was fucking astronomical. And so it's literally cheaper in 2018 to own a brand new cell phone than it is, or than it was in the fucking 1998, 2000s. Like it's so much cheaper.
It's wild. Yeah, it's good.
And then think of all the fucking things. You're literally walking around with the computer in your pocket, and it's cheaper than a fucking literal house phone.
A fucking walkie-talkie.
A walkie-talkie that you walk around with. It's fucking insane.
That's why it's good though that we're there so we can. I mean, I don't think spying on people is very nice, but I think there's corrupt people that need spying on. You know what I mean?
If anyone wants to spy on me, they can, but all they're gonna see is that I watch.
Too much Pornhub.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what I was getting at. But alright, so I also got written down that hundreds of congressmen and shit came out saying that Trump was an idiot and not disavowing Russia was proof that he was meddling with Russia during the election.
I don't believe that at all.
I don't think it.
You think there was proof that it was meddling with Russia during the election?
I mean, if you think about it though, you know, there's like, if there's a group mentality going on, you know, it's like, oh, Trump was meddling with Russia. Let's all get aboard that, you know, Russia's the bad guy, like we, you know.
Yeah, it's McCarthyism, dude. It's the fucking red scare, dude.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
people are just afraid of Russia.
Well, who's the easiest person to paint a target of? Okay, so say you own 46% of the nuclear warheads in the world. Who's the easiest person to fucking paint a target of?
But okay, what about 44%? This is something I looked in. You know, when we were talking about those people that were keeping money in Russia, shit like that, like this whole Manafort and fucking, I think it's Gates case and shit. That like. You know, like they literally worked in Russia to get fucking Yukovich or whatever his fucking name is, Vonkovich. I don't know.
Sounds hot.
It does, but like they worked in there to get the fucking, you know, Russian president elected. Supposedly, and they've been working through. Those are the guys that was Trump's campaign managers and shit.
Yeah.
Or like part of his campaign.
He was working for the DNC when he was accused of that. That's why.
Yeah, it's past, like back in the past.
Yeah, this was like fucking 10 years ago. So he was part of. He was, if anything, he was part of Obama's administration.
That it was shady as fuck, but who's to say what's going on now? Anyways,
well, that's the thing about politics. It's all you fucking. It's every dollar you can get, you fucking get, and you fucking. That's the thing I fucking always loved about Trump is he just fucking went out there and he fucking. Oh, turn the lights off. The light's too bright. Oh, fuck that guy. He's wearing a fucking Hillary shirt. Oh, and he's like, it's just nothing you've ever seen out of a politician before. Yeah. And it was so perfect. And that's one of the things I hate about seeing him as president is because you see him reading off a teleprompter that someone wrote a speech for him. And you're like, this isn't the guy that I liked like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
A year ago.
Right.
But like you said, he's got to stir shit up to be able to slide it underneath too, you know?
Well, I mean, look at the fucking first thing he passed was the anti-pedo bill.
Yeah, that's really a fucking.
I literally told my sister when we were in Colorado, or on our way to Colorado, she was like talking to me about politics and how fucking crazy shit is right now. I was like, honestly, if the only good thing Trump does is the anti-pedo bill, I'm happy that I voted for him. Like
what's their law with that?
It's if you get caught trafficking children or doing anything sexual with children, the government will seize all of your assets. That's the
I thought you died, bro. I thought they death penalty, dude.
Oh, well, that's what they're trying to work into it now.
Oh, they passed it, bro.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's great. But
death penalty.
That's federal. But and that's what the RICO case with Disney and all that shit's doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which we'll do. Well, our next episode probably, if we can get together again this week, we'll do that.
Yeah, that shit's wild, dude.
Maybe Friday night we'll get together and fucking bang one out on the RICO.
We could. I actually got some stuff on that RICO, so.
Yeah, I know you did because
Because that's what I was going for.
But no, but it's fucking. Yeah, that's the only good thing he did as president.
Yeah, dude, for real, dude.
Like that'd be the most humanitarian thing that any president. Like 800,000 kids in this country.
Just think about other countries too.
Okay, I was gone. I was gone for a week. 5 people went missing in the state of Iowa while I was gone for. That's a person a day.
One of them was a mentally challenged kid too. Like
wow.
I was literally gone from last Wednesday until Monday.
And
I was gone from last Wednesday until Monday, and fucking 5 people went missing. I was gone for 5 days. A person went missing in Iowa every single day. I was gone. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, yeah. It fucking blew my goddamn mind. And my sister was like, we were talking about it. We were hot tubbing. We were fucking drunk on absinthe, and she was like, "I don't know what to do." I was like, "There's nothing you can do. There ain't shit you can do." I was like, all you can do
is
the
death penalty.
Well, that's what's in the works. If you get caught, if you get charged with federal, now that's what you get.
That's what it is.
But I was like, man, I don't know what to say about it. We still got it. When Dylan gets back, we still got to hit on Seth Rich though.
Yeah. I ain't gonna shit about that.
No, that's why I only told Dylan about it, so we could blow your fucking mind.
Oh, word. I mean, I know a little bit about fucking Seth Rich. It's like, it's whatever.
No, but it directly ties into the claims that Russia hacked the election.
Oh, yeah?
Or hacked the DNC. And, oh my god.
See, I think it was I think it was fake, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
we'll get into that.
On that
let's just ramble on about the fucking kids until Dylan gets back.
She needs to delete this part.
I'm not gonna delete it because it's all good, dude. It's all blood. God. It's all family. It's all love. He's gonna be back in 14 seconds.
Bro.
Do some crack.
I smoke Rockstar Rogan.
I smoke rocks.
I smoke Rockstar Rogan. That's my favorite fucking scene of that fucking.
But no, dude, fucking my sister was like, when I told her how many kids went missing a year, she just like looked at me and she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, it's on the FBI.
I actually saw your sister today.
You did?
Yep. Because we was finishing a floor over by fucking Ghost Town, so we went to Ghost Town and fucking disc, me and my buddy Chris. You know Chris.
Yeah.
And yeah, we saw your sister over there.
Did you bang her?
No, it was outside and I had to go back to work.
I would have banged her.
No, you wouldn't. She's fat now.
That makes me sound like a horrible person, but no, I wouldn't.
That makes me sound like a horrible person. What are you talking about? I called my sister fat.
I would have banged
on air. But no, okay, so now that we didn't really talk about it, but Lisa Page's testimony to Congress said that there was no provable facts that there was Russian
Well, it really wasn't even hers though, man. It was fucking her boyfriends that said, there was no fucking collusion. Pretty much.
Well, there was
got more out of her than they did him.
It was that's what I saw was that she deliberately said there was no Russian influence in the election.
Yeah, but it's because of his pretty much text messages, though, man.
Yeah, well, that's why she was there. It was because he was her higher ranking.
Right,
person.
He was like, you and I both know that, there ain't nothing to this, It's like, he was like, if I knew there's something to it, I'd be there right now. Yeah. And then fucking, like, 2 days later, fucking Robert Mueller fucking gets fucking appointed as the fucking lead investigator against this shit. So it's like,
he's the white hat, dude.
Yeah,
he's the one bringing it. Look at who he's bringing. He brought in Paul Manafort to testify against Obama's administration. He brought in someone else to testify against Obama's administration that was tied in Trump's administration.
But it's crazy.
Yeah, he's a white hat, dude. Because he's tied into so much shit with the Obama-Hillary fucking reign in 2008 that he wants out and he wants his name cleared. That's what I think.
You think so?
That's what I think, dude. I think he's gonna fucking clear everyone. I think he's gonna be the one.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's the one that's gonna bring fucking Clinton down.
Yeah, man.
Unless her fucking
dude.
unless her sickness fucking brings her down first, but
yeah, but I don't know, dude. Like I feel like they're not yet fucking at that point where they're fucking corrupted by the Clintons. But I feel like, like at that point, are they looking for fucking to bring somebody down, or are they looking for like fame or promotion?
No. Well, they no, I don't think they were, man.
But look, Lisa Page and fucking Peter whatever Strozak or whatever we're fucking calling this dude.
Stroke.
All right. Stroke. Whatever, man. It's like in their messages they were even saying, like, why would you even do that if it's not in your best interest to fucking be in your job, Like this Peter Strzok guy or whatever, he's like, if I didn't think there was something to it, why would I be there? Why wouldn't I be there? If he thought that fucking Trump was colluding with Russia, he would have been there, Yeah. In his gut instinct. He said in his gut instinct he would have been there. But he didn't think nothing was happening.
And Lisa Page said that the FBI had no evidence that Russia colluded in the election.
Until the 12 dudes,
Well, that's fucking that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you indict 12 people that aren't in America.
And like who
have weird last names and passports.
Who's to know who does anything,
And that's where we come to fucking Seth Rich, who was literally fucking not confirmed officially, but unofficially confirmed as the person that gave the DNC leaks to WikiLeaks.
Yeah.
But I mean,
shot in the back of the head twice.
Yeah.
Downtown DC with no witnesses.
Yeah.
Robbery gone
wrong. The Clinton campaign, dude. They're fucking ruthless.
Oh, dude, you already know.
Well, add him to the fucking Clinton body count. What are we at? 57 now? Mm-hmm. It's fucking insane, dude.
That's random. They said it was a random robbery. My ass, dude, for real.
Yeah, what kind of robber fucking leaves a watch, a Rolex, an iPhone, and a fucking wallet on the person they shot in the back of the head twice?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Fucking every robbery I've ever heard of, the person's still alive after.
I mean, even that fucking, like the dude's dad, Seth Rich's dad, was fucking like looking over his emails and shit like that after he died and saw this dude named .com fucking, this fucking big old hacker from fucking wherever was fucking on his fucking, trying to send him fucking emails, but it wasn't actually .com, it was the fucking, the site that he made.
URL,
yeah, and it's like, so they fucking brought .com on or whatever and was like, what do you think about this? And he was, he's like, he was like, I know he had something to do with it, but, I'm not telling you what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Seth Rich story is such a fucking clusterfuck that it's so sloppy that it has to be like you know when you hear about revenge killings on like murder docs and shit like that. That's what I think about when I hear about the Seth Rich thing.
Yeah.
It's just the sloppiest form of fucking 2 in the back of the head, everything that you had on it. He was wearing like, I think he got found an American flag like button up and khaki shorts.
Yeah, back of the head, who's gonna be shot like that after fucking you're
Twice.
robbing someone?
Right, though.
Yeah,
what kind of robber shoots someone
red
twice
flag,
in the back of the
cover
head?
up, right? Doesn't make fucking sense.
I've been to DC. You know how many fucking townhomes and shit that would hear 1 bullet shot go off, let alone 2. I've been there. Dude, you know the biggest fucking mainstream media misconception is? Every fucking single movie you see about the White House is fucking wrong. Because the yard is half as big, like, towards the street, the front yard, and there is 0 backyard. Literally, you could stand on top of the roof of the backyard and look at Donald Trump's back head. It's the biggest misconception ever. Because if you go to Pennsylvania Avenue and you go up a block, it's literally, you can drive and it's just a fucking iron fence.
Yeah.
Around the White House. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can't jump it. If you jump the backyard fence, you probably get shot in the fucking face.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. What do you hear about that fucking mail carrier that fucking had this like homemade fucking little fucking like I don't know what it's called, like fucking flying device or whatever that he made with a bicycle, and it was fucking just like flying around the White House or whatever, and he like got fucking took him down, bro.
What?
They took him down.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he was like some old dude too, just fucking trying to get out a message.
Flying.
But like
Trying to get out a message.
But like shit, you can't just do that, dude.
Message?
I can't even remember, dude.
His message was
don't fly around the White House.
That was his last message.
Right.
Fuck. No, but fucking this kid. I'm so annoyed. Okay, so this kid's basically been confirmed by Julian Assange to be the person that did the WikiLeaks dump. He sent that shit to WikiLeaks. He gets murdered in the streets. It's still not investigated. It's fucking obscene. The only thing Sean Hannity ever did good with his career was try to get the murder of Seth Rich.
Yeah, he did try to fucking get that.
And he did it for like a week and a half, and then he just gave up, which he's kind of a fucking pussy.
I don't really
But
yeah, that's crazy.
I really don't like him.
I like his hair.
But the shit wasn't the shit that wasn't investigated.
It makes him look wise. No, it wasn't investigated. It was just ruled as a failed. It was ruled as a failed robbery.
It's fucking mind blowing.
That's what they can do, dude.
And he was a DNC staffer in DC.
Yeah.
And then literally when Julian Assange in an interview was asked about the murder of Seth Rich, he said, well, there's consequences with giving your information to WikiLeaks.
Yep.
And that's all he said about it. But still, I mean, fucking Julian Assange just basically said that Seth Rich is the dumper of Clinton's. Or it wasn't even Clinton's, it was John Podesta's fucking.
Yeah, John Podesta.
Who we'll talk about in our pedo episode because I fucking want that guy to burn in hell.
Yeah, Podesta. But yeah.
You gonna burn in hell.
Dude, but fucking. Yeah, so basically, we have this Russian scandal that's based out of nothing. And it's
out of fear. It's based out of fear.
It's not McCarthyism, but it's the Red Scare, man.
Yeah.
It's all over. And am I the only one that remembers on, like, I think it was like 2008, Hillary Clinton on USA Today, like, presenting the cake to the Russian ambassador to America.
Oh.
Like, and it was like misspelled, and it was like a slur to Russians. But it was like misspelled because it was like a surreal. Dude, I swear to God, that happened.
Oh my God.
I swear to God.
Oh.
It might not have been a slur, but it was like really, like the chick took it super offensive, and Hillary Clinton's like,
there you go.
Dude.
Bitch was like, hell no.
They probably understood.
That's her exact reaction. She's like, oh, what the fuck?
Like, hell
She's
no.
like, how many people do you have working for you and you can't fucking spell peace in province, right? In Russian.
Right.
I want to know what it really said.
Oh,
I'm gonna meet your husband in the back room.
I mean,
in 10
no,
minutes.
fucking probably Bill might have fucking found
Bill
her
probably-
in the background. Shit.
Bill probably wrote a message saying, "Okay,
My shirt's off, my
this is
pants
good."
are off.
Yeah, that
My
hurt.
dick
It
is
says,
dry. What are you gonna say
says
about it?
I'm staying.
Suck it, bitch.
Staying on Olive Street. Come
Olive Street?
Olive Street.
Olive Street.
Why not Tremont?
2509 Tremont Street. Come and join me.
Pretty sure we're saying that shit, bro.
Dude.
It's alright, you don't live there.
Yeah.
Alright, boys. We're 2 hours and 9 minutes in.
I think that might be the time to cut her out.
Anyone got last pieces?
Besides the fact that I think Donald Trump and Putin are just lovers, I just can't get that out of my head. They're best friends.
Like, you gotta kind of get that image out of your head.
Yeah,
Like, they may be best friends.
Pussy,
They might be friends, but like they ain't no fucking butt buddies.
but they're gonna be butt buddies.
exactly.
And literally, like, let's say Trump
Nah,
pops
dude,
up.
I don't think so, dude. Like, I think that fucking Vladimir Putin and I think Trump are fucking like the two powerhouses, dude. Like, you get fucking Winston Churchill and you get fucking
Yeah.
Eisenhower.
They got too many conflicting interests to be butt buddies.
They're trying to do that. They're trying to push their own shit.
But like deep down,
What's-
they
what's-
like
Like
to
deep
party
down,
and
if
snort
you
coke
really
off of
deep down think
that
they love
meeting
each other.
that meeting was nothing. The reason they didn't come to a conclusion because they were just doing bumps off of.
No, they
I
came to-
understand they were doing coke and fucking each other's assholes, but that meeting did come to an end.
They came to conclusions in that meeting.
Yeah.
Trump just like couldn't say anything bad about Putin because otherwise he could tell
I mean,
America about him doing bumps off of hookers. I swear to God.
Well, fucking.
He's got all the evidence.
Yeah,
he
I'm
needs.
not gonna. If I'm the president of the United States talking to the president of Russia.
Right though, I'm
And
not
you're-
fucking trying to be civil,
Okay,
bro.
so I'm saying I'm the president of the United States. You're president of Russia. I'm not gonna unless I have concrete evidence of you doing some fucking dumb shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come
Right
out
though,
there. I'm not gonna come
civil
out.
as fuck.
I'm not gonna come out there chatting shit. I'm gonna be like, yeah, we're fucking.
All you
hanging out.
have is your
All
word.
I have is
word.
your word and my word, man.
If your word and we're supposed to be civil says that
And
you didn't
we're
do
and we're
anything with it.
we're the highest ranking people of our country. All I have is your word and you have my word. That's all that I mean.
We're gonna have to work together in the
if
future. Why would we?
if I had every fucking ounce of evidence against you and you had every ounce of evidence against me doing some bullshit and it didn't fucking pan out, I'd take your word over Joe Schmo's word, who I don't like, you know.
Yeah, and you never know, like all the information, you know.
I'm not saying the fucking
page and everything like
I'm
that.
not saying the national security director should be referred to as Joe Schmo,
Yeah,
but
it should be.
no, or well, Michael thinks he should be. But I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna take your word over, like, if you have everyone's ear, or if you have everyone's ear, and I have everyone's ear, I'm gonna take what you say more to heart than I have someone taking, their own interests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because Trump still, like, the shit that's going, like, if you, like, back to episode 1, you look at QAnon, like, he still doesn't know who the fuck he can trust in his own administration.
Oh hell no! You never know though.
And QAnon just came back from a fucking vacation of fucking 20 days today and started fucking posting shit again. And it's fucking talking about White Hat shit. Like trust no one, only trust what you see with your own eyes, like all this shit.
But if Trump hasn't had any bad things happen, he's on a good path to be able to stay.
Well, he is.
Powerful
He's had
person.
less scandals in his first fucking administration than Obama did.
Yeah.
He's
But they won't tell you about that though. They'll fucking tell you the exact opposite.
Well, the thing with Obama was every time someone met him with criticism, he reacted with racism.
Yeah. Well, how many times do you see that in your life?
Well, I mean, only the first Kenyan president.
I mean, but no, I'm not talking about just presidents.
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
everywhere.
Whenever a black man's met with criticism, he reacts with racism.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
Unless he's a fucking man. Then he doesn't.
Bro.
Dude, my fucking boy Montrese, I've never once heard him say.
Yeah, neither my boy fucking crazy, bro. I never heard him say nothing.
I've never heard him say something like, "Oh, you only say that because I'm black." Montrese is like, "Oh, well, unless it's like a legitimate joke."
Legitimate black, right? Yeah.
Unless it's like a legitimate joke, like some girl saying something like, "Oh, Montrese, you're so good," and he's like, "Oh, you only saying that because I'm black."
And
like
that's
like a sex joke kind of thing.
Very, very clean, Montrese.
Montrese, I ain't never gonna watch this.
You man, Montrese.
Pimp status. Alright, boys, I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Right on. We'll see you guys next time.
Next week.
Next time.
Next week. I'll say next time. Next week. Or this week, maybe.
Tomorrow week.
Next time.
Yesterweek.
See you next time. I'll see them next time.
You guys free
I'll see you guys next
Friday
time.
afternoon?
Friday afternoon, like after work.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It depends how drunk I'm getting.
Do a double since we missed one.
Do a double? I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, you're trying to kill me, bro. I can like do one at a time.
Well,
I couldn't do
yeah.
4 hours, bro. I can like do it in fucking 2.
No, yeah, but you'll do 2 hours next time in like 2 days. But what, you guys don't want to say maybe while I do a read off?
Oh god.
Told you I was restructuring this shit. Come on now, son.
God.
I thought you did send it off.
Oh, we sent it off?
No, I'll send it off. Yeah, we'll send it off.
Alright,
I
man.
thought you did send it off.
Yeah, me too.
No, I'm going to send it off officially.
Officially.
Give me the speech.
Well, hey, man. Thanks for listening to the Midnight Podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, boy. But we will be with you here again shortly. And you can follow us on Twitter at MidnightPod and on Patreon at patreon.com/MidnightPod. Find us on Gmail at MidnightPod MidnightPod@gmail.com.
There you go.
Thanks, boy. Need your support on that one.
I didn't do shit. But there you go, boys.
There you go.
I looked at you and I knew what I had to do. Be one of our first patrons, you know? I just do what you have to do.
It's fucking
Donate to us. We have an overhead now. Come on.
Yeah.
We're trying to put out to you the truth. We're trying to put out to you the fun. We're trying to put out to you the knowledge. Come on.
Come on, guy.
Come on.
Quit being a fucking bitch.
Hey.
Stop being a fucking slut, okay?
Well,
Give us a thumbs up on SoundCloud. Give us a 5-star on fucking iTunes, dog. Just hit that iTunes. And fucking tell Michael that he looks like a gay Jew shill.
that's true, though. You can't fucking deny that.
And tell Dylan that he looks like a girl that you made out with in high school.
What the fuck?
Might have been a lesbian, but didn't quite know it yet.
Dude, I did have that happen.
You're the only
That's
one.
after high school.
Well, you're the only one that didn't let his facial hair grow up before this episode. So.
Yeah. She does look good, though.
No, yeah, we all know what we're talking about. But yeah, email us. Let us know. Tell us what we're doing wrong. Tell us what we're doing right.
A lesbian that I'm hooked up with?
Oh, she was a fake lesbian at that
Fake
point.
lesbian.
Okay, yeah, okay, never mind.
I know. We know.
I know.
But yeah, he knows now. We all know.
We all
I know.
But let us know. Let us know what you guys want to see, man. Let us know
What's the topic?
Let us know topics you want us to talk about. Fucking hit that comment section up on YouTube. Tell me I look like a fat Jew shill.
Tell me I look like a kite. Tell me I look like a...
Dylan's leaving now.
Tell me I look like a
He's just sending out all the comments that he might get.
Alright. Good playing with you, podcast.
Yeah, see you next time.
We will see you next time.